Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 11, Episode 1 of the Timeline, November 12th, 2024. I'm thankful this morning and grateful I did get the recording done yesterday. I'm busy today and it makes my day so much easier knowing I'm finished. When I finish for the day, I went home, I eat dinner, and I relax until bed. But as I hit the bed, I receive a message with pictures of my granddogs. And it really is a great way to end the day. November 13th, 2024. The episode airs tonight on Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, at 8 o'clock p.m. I'm looking forward to it, and I pray this is the episode. Still, as my day starts, I take a short drive around the lake. Then I went to the country. I took our friend to the stores. We went to lunch. Then I drove him back to his house. I cleaned up some for him. I did his dishes, vacuumed, and swept the floors. When I finish, I drive back to the city. When I arrive home, I'm able to relax. I made a cup of tea to sit. November 14th, 2024. I'm thankful for this day. My grandson came over this morning to do some outside work in the yard. He's not working today, so he's working for me. He is a good kid. When he finishes, Madison is here and we all go to the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt. Madison and my grandson is rearranging his flowers, taking the Halloween flowers and trinkets off, and putting more fall color flowers in for Thanksgiving. When they were done, it looks really nice. Beautiful. I took 6 pictures of Wyatt's area. We then go around to visit Megan. Madison and my grandson removes Megan's flowers, and Madison sticks her new flowers in the ground. In the second picture is a full view picture of the area of Babyland 6th West. We took the fall colors we took off of the other headstone, Megan and Wyatt's headstone, their old flowers, and we placed them on other headstones in this area. I took 3 pictures. In the 6th picture, Madison is standing west of the tree, looking down on Megan's flowers. In the next picture, Madison is placing a flower on another headstone south of Megan's area. In the 8th picture, it is taken to the south of how the headstones are scattered. And in the 9th picture, it's the full view picture from the east of the newly set in drain to the newly set in headstone. The 10th picture shows Megan's area close up from the heart headstone that also should set north of this tree to just north of the tree. When I'm done taking pictures, I walk back over by the rock headstone because when I stuck a flower in the ground near this rock headstone, I noticed small white rocks around the rock headstone. Yes, years ago there were always rocks, little white rocks around this rock headstone's resting plot, with a border of red bricks around this rock headstone area. Well, today there are little white rocks around the big rock, and it struck me odd because there hasn't been any little white rocks around this rock headstone since 2015, when the headstones were moved south by the floodwater. I did take a picture. When Madison and my grandson and I get back in the car, We sit for a minute looking out at the area, or at least I was. My grandson said, "You can tell something isn't right. Look how crammed together these headstones are. They are too close together." I paused a moment and then said, "Oh, I know, baby. I know." November 15th, 2024. Today, before I start writing an episode, I'm going to clean out closets for old clothes to donate or give away. I did the hallway closet first with sweat jackets and coats. Then I start on the clothes hanging in a spare bedroom. I start on my closet next. And before I knew it, time has gotten away from me. So I did not write. When I finish, after taking a short break, I fill the garbage bags with clothes. I have 2 kitchen-sized garbage bags jammed packed. I set them aside and I sit a bit before bed. November 16th, 2024. Good morning and thank you. I'm going to write an episode this morning and afternoon. Hopefully, I will finish early enough to go to the cemetery. Hopefully. Have a good day. November 17th, 2024. I did get to write yesterday, but I did not make it to the cemetery. So today, before I finish the 3 or 4 pages I have left to write, I'm going to the cemetery. As I pull in on the west side of the cemetery, there's one other car here. I turn toward the east to turn onto the north-south street on the east side of the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt's area. I then realize I didn't have my phone, so I just sit and visit. Sometimes I do that. I forget the phone. But it's okay, because what the heck did we do before we had cell phones? We had to wait till we got home, and I let it go. I soon pull around onto the west side to visit Megan. I observed her area. Other than the little white rocks around the rock headstone, is the only thing that's a red flag at this time. I visit with Megan, and soon after I pull up to the north area and observe while I'm here. I then leave the cemetery. When I arrive home, I get a drink to sit down to finish the last 4 pages. I did get it done. Now I'm going to reread it and time it. November 18th, 2024. I thank God this morning. I did reread and time the episode last night before going to bed. It is ready to record. If I do not get it done today, I will tomorrow for sure. November 19th, 2024. This morning I thought, I'm going to record early to get it done. As the morning and afternoon moves on, the phone rings. It's my brother. I talk with him. I talk a little longer than I should have, but we caught up. When we hang up, Madison calls and wants me to go to the stores with her. So I did that with her. When I get back home, I'm not feeling like recording just yet, so I went to visit at the cemetery. At 4:22 p.m., I pull up to Wyatt's area. I snap a picture of his headstone. I visit with him. I pray to him, and a short time later, I pull around to visit Megan. But as I do, when I pass the backside of Wyatt's area, I take another photo. I then pull up to, well, as I'm pulling up to Babyland 6th West area, there are puddles of water laying in the grass and on the ground south of the electrical pole. In the second picture, The picture shows now the electrical pole in the center of the picture, and there are puddles of water laying in different areas. In the third picture, it is a closer view picture of the area as in picture 2. In the fourth picture, the area is south of the electrical pole to the branches of the tree hanging over. The fifth picture is a full view area picture. Megan's flowers are still standing through all the water on the ground. In the sixth picture, the tree is in the center of the picture, showing the heart headstones to the south and a few headstones to the north. There are also puddles of water west of this area too. In the seventh picture, it's of the lineup of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone, headstones to the west, and onto the Mother Mary statue. The flowers we stuck in the ground for the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, and the few other headstones, they are also still here. In the eighth picture, it's of the full view area. The ground is saturated in water and there are puddles in different areas. In the ninth picture is of the lineup of the newly set-in drain to the black and white Babyland sign, to the double headstones, to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, to the tree, to Megan's flowers, to puddles of water, to the headstones to the west, the south, and the north. In the 10th picture, it's from the existing tree to the north where the north tree stood at one time. There are also headstones in this pictures that should set more north than what they do. Then I pull further north and I take a photo behind me. And bingo! Another picture showing the tree is the south tree. To compare it to the pictures of the day of Megan's funeral. And the headstones that should set more north are in the location of where the north tree sat. There is also a white aura in this picture. Then as I pull north to leave the cemetery, I take one last photo of the day of a headstone that is sinking into the ground. I pull on and leave the cemetery. When I get home, I sit to relax a few minutes, and as I do, I receive pictures of my granddogs. The youngest one first, then Nala, Daisy, and then Roxy. I talk with Madison a short time before I start to record. Before I start, I pray to God. I ask my angels to help me to get through it. I start at 7:26 p.m., my first try. I get done. To re-listen, to have to re-record. I try again. Recording. 5 minutes and 2 seconds. I mess up. I start again and again. On my 7th try, I finish. And when I re-listen, it sounds good. So I let my sister Susie know it's ready, or it's re-recorded, and we listen together. When it's done playing, I schedule it, and I'm so grateful. November 20th, 2024. This morning and afternoon, I'm spending time with my grandson. He has an appointment this afternoon, so we did that. When I'm done, I drive home, and he went home too. Now I sit to hear the weather for the next week and wait to see the results of the episode, which it airs tonight. And thank you to the ones who are listening. November 21st, 2024. Thank you, God. Thank you for this day and every day. On this day, I'm up early driving my grandson to his new adventure. He's volunteering today. The sunrise is really pretty, golden in color. I took some pictures of the sun rising, and when I drop him off, I wait for his call to pick him up. I get home soon after my granddogs are saying good morning to me, and they really are too cute. I start my afternoon for my grandson to call to say his mom is picking him up, and I'm okay with that. When I knew I didn't have to pick him up, I write in the screenplay, My Free Day. November 22nd, 2024. Thank you, God, for this day and every day. This morning, laying here, thinking about the next 4 days. November 26th, the year 2019. The anniversary of the city digging Megan's headstone up to identify and can be seen in pictures. The casket they dug up does not resemble the casket vault combination she was buried in. Today's date is the anniversary of me arriving at the cemetery early in the morning to find two men working on the street corner of the east-west street east of Megan. They widened the corner. In the picture, it shows a long pole and a piece of equipment and the two men standing there. The pole was laying south and north, but the dirt trail went from east to west. Same area where the newly small drain was set in 2019, east of Megan, and the newly set in headstone set in 2019, west of Megan. Then after reviewing the pictures, the trench auger lines in the grass were visible on November 22nd, 2019, not before, not even years before. And I noticed the lines after my daughter and I went back to the cemetery that evening to pick up dirt clumps in the grass where the digger dumped the water that was in the casket onto the ground. After seeing the lines and I picking up the dirt clumps, we went home and I viewed the pictures to notice the lines appeared. They were not there on November 21st, 2019, but they are there November 22nd, 2019, as the picture shows. I guess I'm just replaying it all over in my mind. Soon after I get up, I start my day. I did not start to write an episode yet, but before I do, I'm going to the cemetery. At 1:32 p.m. this afternoon, I pull up to Wyatt's area. I snap a photo, I visit with him a short time, and then I pull around to visit Megan. As I pull up, I take a full view picture of her area. Her flowers are here. And then in the second picture, it's of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone, on west to headstones, and on to the Mother Mary statue. There are headstones to the north with a white glow of light streaming down between the southeast headstone, the rock headstone, and the headstones to the north. In the third picture is of Megan's area close up. The next picture is from the existing tree to the north area where the north tree sat at one time. After taking these few pictures, I observe the area. I talk with Megan. I talk with all of them. There are so many laying in the ground without their burial marker, their headstones. I then go to the car and sit with them. A short time later, I pull north, leaving the cemetery. When I get home, I did start to write the episode. I didn't finish it before it got late on me, but I can tomorrow. November 23rd, 2024. This morning, after I get up to start my day, I finish writing the episode for this next week. I did finish it, I reread it, and I timed it. It is ready to record, and I thank God. Later this evening, I write in the screenplay until I get tired and I went to bed. November 24th, 2024. I'm awake and I thank you. I cleaned up a little this morning and then I went to the country. Madison came too. We cleaned. Madison went to pick up pizza to have lunch with our friend. When we finish, we leave the country to take Madison home. As I pull in her driveway, I look at the screen door to see Daisy and Nala sitting at the door looking out at us. They were waiting. They are too funny. I back out to leave to go home, and I'm thinking as I pull into my driveway, I'm going to record. I get into the house, I get dinner, I sit to relax, and that was it. No recording. November 25th, 2024. A cold, dreary looking day. A day to record. November 26th, 2024. Thank you, God. I wake up this morning knowing what day this is. I'm thankful I have the episode recorded. I'm thankful I have the truth on my side. And I'm thankful for God. I went to the cemetery, and it's not easy here today because I know personally the evil that lurks out here and in Babyland 6th West. The proof of the story is in the pictures taken from 1999. I visit, I leave the cemetery crying, tensed, feeling the stress. I get home, and that's it. Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.